Bitch.
It didn't work because you didn't say hi. That's why my music for the intro was freaking low. Let's go. You need to say a proper hi first. Or maybe I deactivated it for you. Or maybe it was just the button not being started. Wait. Don't be too quick. Don't be too quick. Wait. Hey, what's up, GS? What's up, NPV? I just need to make sure I'm opening it. Should be good. Should be working now. Let's see if it's there.
Me.
Alright, let's start that stream. What's up, everybody? You know Hawk is gonna hate you doing that. You know she's already aware of it. I just told her last night. You know what I did tonight? I added that as a redeem. Oh, you never saw the intro? Well, there you go. You want to see it again? What's up, guys? What's up? Happy Friday! It's Friday. I'm freaking hyped right now. I had such a crazy morning. I'm telling you right away. And he's gonna see like usual. Look at me, I'm special. But basically, we won't work probably at all on the Datsun today. We're just gonna chill, play in here a little bit, like just doing some cleanup. No one cares. No one cares. And yeah, but first of all, you want to see, we receive a bunch of parts. We have a big ass box over there, and we received that. That is the second part that is purple going into the car. Look at this. Looking similar kind of to the first one, but this is our wastegate. This is what will control the exhaust flow to make sure we're not overspinning the engine. Well, not the engine, but the turbine. And yeah, so we received that. That's beautiful. Yeah. Look in the sun. Whoa!
Me.
I love you, Hawk! Fuck. Oh, that's excellent. I love that sound so much. What up, guys? So welcome. Hey, let's start. Basically today, like I said, I don't think we're gonna be doing much on the car itself. We're gonna try to do a cleanup. I feel like I did that last week, but it's already a mess everywhere. So we're gonna try to just make that a bit better for next week. And if everything goes well, we should start looking at what's going on over there behind the car. Cause fucking bullshit, I swear I did. But it just doesn't show up because we got a bunch of things done this week. So yeah, we're gonna start looking at that. We receive pretty much 2 crates, and I can't remember where one of them is. But we received 2 big crates for, no, you. take that happiness in your face. But yeah, basically we have two big crates. Oh yeah, the other one's over there, which is mostly exhaust parts. So we are almost ready to start the exhaust. Well, technically with that pretty little part there that's gonna be mounted somewhere around here on the left side of the car. Well, passenger side, right side technically, but left side when looking from front. So on this left side here and the other purple one on the right side here, we should be able to start doing most of the plumbing at the front. That being said, next week we're gonna start with the sway bar probably at the front, because we need that to be done to just start doing that kind of things. In fact, probably we're gonna start with brake setup first, just because we don't want to clog everything and don't have any space to work. And PV's gonna abuse that one. And PV's gonna abuse that one. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. So yeah, we're just gonna chill and have a little time cleaning up, and I was about to do it off stream, not gonna lie, because I was like, that's not really fun to watch. I'm just shaking the cam so hard right now, and I was like, yeah, that's not really fun to watch, but I was like, well, if some people want to come and chat, why not? I had a Red Bull. No, I didn't. You know what I got instead? Because I'm not a fan of energy drink, but I'm a fan of a lovely little cold brew. That's what I got this morning. Coffee. The wing of Red Bull. Oh man, honestly, you missed that last night in PV, but it was so freaking funny. Hawk was taking a shot every time she was dying, and yeah, I don't think she was sober when she went to bed. I don't think she was. Oh, also this afternoon we are technically waiting for a call. I should receive a call from the shop that's gonna machine our drive shaft. So I might have to go mute it at some point. I put some noise. Merp, I admit to nothing. Yeah, right. We're waiting for that. They should call me back and give me a quote for the drive shaft. And basically what's nice is that I'm pretty sure I took the right measurement, but the person who I spoke to told me their technician's gonna call me back and make sure that I took the proper measurement in there. So it should be pretty straightforward. At this point, I'm gonna tell him took that measurement that way, and he's gonna tell me if yes or no it's okay, and he should be able to validate if all our angles are good now, and give me a quote for the drive shaft we need. And honestly, finger crossed, we're gonna get a drive shaft in aluminum from them. That, well, I don't really care if it's in aluminum, it's just a fancy stuff there, but like, I just want to ask them for a drive shaft that's gonna be able to withstand 800 HP. So that's pretty much what we're looking for. Not that we're gonna have that, but since the entire build has been like kind of prepared overkill, I want to make sure that it won't be a place where there's a kind of a weakness if at some point in 2 years I'm like, that car's boring, let's turn that up, that turbo, that boost. And yeah, so we're gonna make sure we're getting something quite strong, and from there, if they tell me like, hey, for the price go with steel, it's gonna be like really strong and cheaper, like way cheaper, I'm gonna be like, fine, I don't care. It's not like fully like a full proper race car, so it's a bit of an in-between, so that's a good compromise. So we will see how that's going. Can't wait to have a call back from them. So I really hope to have a quote today, so that way if I'm saying, hey, yes, I want it, maybe I'm gonna be good to bring all my stuff next Monday before my class and get that prepared in the next 2 weeks, which means what I said would be wrong. It's all in one word, Siphon. It's all in one word. You didn't tell me to put a space in there. The first... Now we get it. Now we get it. Heck yeah! And you can, I think, add the two together, because that one is long, the other one is really short. Good job, you captured a chicken hawk.
Me! 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 Me!
I can't wait for Blue to turn in on the stream and see that. He's gonna be so pissed and so happy at the same time. He's gonna laugh so hard. May, May, May. It's so good. I love it so much. It's the best freaking thing. I added the sound of Mr. Pound 2, but with no sounds, like the command, everything's there, but he never sent me last night his sound, so I'm like, waiting. It's there, so it's there. Sheesh, there's already a few people in here. Welcome by, good afternoon. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday. Mine has been nuts so far. Had a chat this morning with someone from Extra Life. People concerned already know about it, but like basically, it's them. Be right back. let's go. What's up, Illuminati? How you doing today? All right, sorry for the long freaking phone call, but that was worth it. Oh man, let's go. Doing amazingly great today. Not gonna lie, it's just fantastic today. So, good news. We're gonna get the drive shaft, so the old one I just pulled out there, taking measurement for the guy and all. He told me what we have here is pretty much the good thing. With how short the drive shaft is, he said we're gonna stay in steel. It's not worth going in aluminum, and because there's too much flex in them. And he was saying like we could go carbon fiber, but it's just like crazy the price of it, because basically carbon fiber is like a tube, like a 3 inches tube that he received in a length of 60 inches. So if he's about to use one, he has to sell me. Yeah, no, it's not worth it, because he said if I had a long ass like drive shaft, it will be worth, because there will be more torsion, but because it's really short, like any material will hold, it's gonna withstand like 800 HP and more. He said my biggest weakness and what could add a bit to the price is that side here. My U joint here is way smaller than the one on the other side, so he told me ideally it will be necessary to upgrade that side to have the same size as this one. So you can see the difference there. This is quite a big difference, and that's adding to the price like 50 to 100 bucks. We're talking about $500 for that parts, and you make them once and you never touch them again pretty much. So that's gonna be amazing. And best thing, he told me, by the way, at this time of the year we are overwhelmed, a lot of work to do and all. So there's gonna be a week of delay for them, and I was like, what? I was expecting like 2-3 weeks at least to get that done, and now you're telling me when you are in a rush you're having like a 1 week delay. Perfect with me, man. So that means he told me we took the measurement perfectly, by the way, yesterday. So everything has been taken properly. He validated the way we took the angle. He said angle setup is amazing. He recommends less than 2 degrees difference. You know, when we were, what's up, Orange? So when we were saying like maximum 1 degree that I was saying, then the internet was saying maximum half a degree. He told me we can go up to 2 degrees difference before having a noticeable vibration in the drivetrain. And with that being at 0.3 degrees of difference, we are way far away from the maximum tolerance. So he said it's gonna be an amazing setup, to be fair. Like that short of a drive shaft with that good of an angle, he said it's gonna be amazing. So really happy with that. So about $550, and we're gonna have a custom drive shaft ready to rock in that car. So time to start working on some cleanup now and just chatting and having a bit of fun. So how you doing today, guys? What are your plans for the weekend? On my side, confirmed, tomorrow I'm grabbing the BMW and I'm bringing it back home. So I'm waking up early in the morning. I have to drive like an hour 20, hour 30 minutes to where my BMW is stored, and I'm gonna grab it and bring it back home. So don't know, maybe next week if we have the wheels and all, I might push it, push the Datsun out and bring the BMW in. We'll see, because basically at the moment about 6. Sorry, got to lurk. I will post pic of Dogos later. Let's go. Have a good lurk, Orange. Have a good grooming session. These are the fun one, and I have like 2 or 3 others. Well, 2 to me, 3 if we count the one I have with my dad. That thing there, I hate it. Let me grab something to push it back. There's a plate on my ceiling over there. Let's do that, boom. So yeah, so I have a few. Too many, if you ask me now. And I want to do something about it this summer. I want to sell a bunch of them, because I'm a bit tired of that. Oh, there you go. So I'm a bit tired of having so many cars to maintain. My budget is not that great. So what I want to do is sell like 3 of them. I want to sell the Camaro because it was like a winter fun car, but too much things to do on it to make it really enjoyable in winter, and I just don't feel like putting the energy for that when I know that there's plenty other cars that could be fun. So instead I'm gonna sell the Camaro. It has a really nice engine in it, honestly, and that's the thing I'm the most sad to let go. And selling the Camaro, bro, you can switch cars so often in 365 days. Yeah, yeah, honestly, I have like, I can switch cars quite often, yeah. But like, basically, I have a few, but it's not like I'm driving all of them all the time, so that's why, like BMW, I'm mostly using it to go racing and do some events and some road trip because it's really fun to drive. The Datsun was like here, but like unusable for the last 10 years pretty much, so I just hold to it because it was like gaining value and stuff like that, so I was like, why not? And otherwise, well, the Camaro, I had really good fun with it 2 winters in a row, but the place we were going, like the kind of mini racetrack that a guy was hosting at his chalet on a lake, well, it closed, and the car itself is too hard to drive on the street. And what I mean by that is not that, oh my god, it's too hard, I can't drive it. No, like I was pretty good with the Camaro, but it's just like there's no subtle things with it. I'm searching for one thing that I had in my hand not long ago. Like basically, someday you own a repair shop. I don't think I will own a repair shop. However, and I chatted with that last night with Hawk, pretty much with Hawk and Siphon. What could be doable eventually is that I would love to keep going on the streams, and the only way to make it profitable will be to take basically some contract and like getting paid on a hourly rate while doing content on Twitch with that. And the way I see that is that you could like pretty much go ahead and a tuning shop here is about $150 an hour, okay? Like, let's put that straight out there. And so what I could think of is like, obviously, I was saying that we were chatting about like how to make my stream like profitable last night. So it's funny that we're having the same chat with Killuminati right now. So basically, like what I was thinking of is I could go with, okay, it's $150 an hour on a proper mechanic shop. Here, maybe if I was doing it for $50 or $60 an hour at my place while doing some streaming, well, the fun thing is, people pay their parts, then people pay you for working on their car. You're charging a really low price compared to anyone else because basically you have some time lost talking to the chat, like streaming it and all those stuff. Plus, you're just technically also like you're having some time lost, but at the same time, the person can follow its own build. Well, I think, honestly, I'm throwing numbers out there because basically I don't know what the license to do that is, and since I don't have a course in mechanic, basically I don't know to what point I can actually get a license to do that, and I don't even know if I can do it from home technically. So you know, it's like all those kind of things. So I'm pretty sure at $50-$60 an hour, if the license for the year is not too high, that mixed with Twitch, if the stream keeps growing up, it will be profitable, honestly. Like, it will be fun, and it will still be possible to do like 6 hours a day without like, I will not have to burn myself out. I'm living in a place that is quite cheap. Like, I paid my house like quite a decent price, stuff like that. So, you know, it will be like, pretty sure it will be doable. But then you need to find the project cars. you need to have the trust of people. You need to say, I'm not a professional technically, so if I have to do some welding, stuff like that, well, I won't be the best. So if you want the best, well, pay the guy at $150, but here I can do things that's gonna be still good. You could do it after your project in your own garage, so you don't pay rent, or you pay for this garage right now. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure I get it. You could do it after your project in your garage. Yeah, well, that will be the plan, doing that at my home, at my place. But again, like doing that, the only thing is I need to make sure I have the right to do that. So that's where it's getting complicated. I'm gonna give myself the 3 months contract I have in cinema to think about it, because I know a few friends that will be ready to give me project and stuff at the beginning and paying me for it without a problem. But after that, I still have to think I'm gonna have to deal at some point with someone that say yes, 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 do the project, and then when it's time to pay the hours, they won't pay. So you know. Yeah, I mean, it's just like, I agree with that, but I couldn't do 40 hours a week of oil change, breaks and stuff like that. I need something to motivate myself, and it is challenge. My whole life has been driven by challenge and challenging my skill and my knowledge at every single opportunities. So that's why I'm streaming, because I was like, yo, that looks cool. I want to learn how streaming software works, how to make that happen. And I started doing what? A fundraising, 24 hours fundraising. And then year after year after year, I just step up the complexity of it. And this year it's not any different. Like this morning I had a chat with one of the main representatives of that fundraising, and we're planning something freaking big for this year. So I'm waiting on a few answers on a few things, but if it happens, it's gonna be mental, honestly. You don't even know at what point. So that's why, like, those challenges always bring me to a point where I'm like, all right, I'm having a hard time, I'm rushing, but damn, I feel alive at this exact moment. It's the case with the Datsun. I've never did an engine swap. I've never did a transmission swap. I went from automatic to manual on this car. Like, I had to learn to get that knowledge, and I really feel like a brain is only a big sponge that you can feel like and improve, like just put some knowledge in there, get all the knowledge, and like that's what I love about it. It's really just a big freaking sponge that you need to fill with knowledge, and it's cool because like I'm guessing at some point I'm gonna get to a limit where I'm gonna be like and have a mental breakdown, but so far so good. That's what I'm doing in cinema too, basically. Like, the reason I'm working in cinema was that challenge, that every freaking project, basically artistic field, every project, the client thinks he has the idea of the year, and that idea, you can be sure it's gonna fuck up your workflow pretty bad. And it's fun because basically, like, I know a bunch of people being like, why the client being so stupid? And I'm just like, the client is so stupid, and now I have to like work my brain cells to get a solution. Heck yeah, baby, pay me for that. And like, that's how I roll. It's my way to go. And I have fun doing that. I think you can tell. So yeah, so that's why I wouldn't do like just a basic mechanic stream. Like, we're gonna do that. If I have the BMW in here next week, it's gonna be oil change, inspection, stuff like that, like cleaning the air filter and, you know, so on and so on. But like, once in a while it's cool, but after that I would like to do some different project. Like last summer, before going really hardcore on the Datsun, I started with basically exhaust replacement on a Subaru BRZ. That's to one of my friends. Plus we tried to flash the engine management on stream, and everything went wrong. Like the computer, well, the module was not connecting to the computer properly. We were having an error. There was like it aborted in between the like during the procedure, so we didn't know if we screwed up the computer or not, and in the end like the computer had a misreading file, and my friend had a chat with the company. They sent him a new file, he put that in there at his place, and everything went okay. But like at first on stream it didn't went well, but it was cool. It was like a cool process and a big learning process there too. So, you know, that's the kind of friend you want, someone who's not stressed. And my friend with a Miata, he will like to do that. It's so weird to read my name in chat, like not even Tony or Ento, like really Anthony. It feels In 35 years, you're bringing the Airbus in. Hey guys, today we are fixing plates. Legit, like a mini. Oh, for real? Where did you saw that on Instagram? I'm curious because I switch everything to VNTO TV, I think, but it makes sense. There's probably an old freaking picture or whatever that has that. But it's fair. Anyway, it's not like doxing or anything. I already showed it on stream. I mean, obviously, when I'm showing prices I won at the racetrack, it's not VNTO TV on it, and like, it's all good. Fuck. But yeah, no. So that's all the thing. Like you're saying, a plane. I will be down. Honestly, I've been approached for stuff for motorcycle, ATV, boats, and stuff like that, and so on. So I wouldn't even be surprised. I see the Datsun as the portfolio an artist will do to get exposed in a museum, not a museum, but art gallery. Me. Like I really see that as this, and if someone's looking at the Datsun and being like, "Bitch, I'm in. I want a project like that," like or not as intense as that, but like something I've done on that car that he's like, I want to hire you to do something similar, I will be like, wanted to write your name out, so I look on Insta because you don't have your name in bio under the stream. What? I don't have my name in bio under the stream? What do you mean, like VNTO TV or my proper name? I'm not sure I'm getting that. Ah, okay. Yeah, I mean, I've never really cared about it. Like, I feel like most of the people in the last year and a half always have referred to me with my username, and it just feels like natural now. Like, just like I guess Pestily is getting referred as Pest or Pestily all the time and never as Paul. And like the only one, like Landmark, is getting referred as Tony and a lot. So in that case, that works the way you say it. But yeah, on my side, it's like, just the username is chill, but I don't mind people knowing my real name. It's all good. It's just like, I've always used the nickname since I started streaming for like more intensely, well, for cars actually, because before that it was not VNTO, it was something else. I don't even remember. I think it was just Ento and a few numbers there, and that's it. And like, yeah, ANTHO underscore some numbers, and that was it pretty much. And I just like brainstormed with a friend of mine, and eventually came with VNTO as a Ento but reverse. And like technically, you can see it right now, right? Wait a sec. Oh, well, let's see the intro. Anyone who looks at it, I just deleted the H, but if you look the panel on top, it's a inverted A for the V. So it is saying Ento. So it is Ento, it's just the A inverted as a V for that. So, and people just assume, like the English people assume it was a Vinto, and it sounds good, so I'm okay with it. I really like, I never had any really intended pronunciation. I like figured out that no matter how you will pronounce that, it will sound cool and okay. So I was like, why not? Let's go with the intro. saw the BMW and the Camaro in those, and now the Datsun here. That's cool. That's all some footage I've filmed over the last like 5 years pretty much while working on cars and thinking about, hey, one day I'm gonna be on social stuff. At first I was thinking about YouTube stuff, but yeah. Hey, I hope so. Wastegate and blow off. I really hope a proper blow off sound. And if I'm not wrong, it might be a bit intense. I might have to call some spring to change the ratio in the blow-off, because I think it has an 11 psi spring in it, knowing that we're looking at maximum 15. It kind of means that under 11, technically, it's gonna be some turbo flutter. And then after 11 psi, it's gonna be a proper, and that we love. We love both. Both are good. So I might have to order like some 7 psi spring for that blow off. Well, honestly, I would love to have turbo flutter at like under a low boost scenario. So 5 psi, like that's why I'm saying a 7 psi thing could be cool. It's just that turbo flutter technically increases stress on the turbo, which means like wearing the bearings and your how you call that already, your wheel at the front, the propeller at the front of the turbine will get damaged a little bit sooner. Bigger turbo. I mean, if it breaks, maybe we won't have the choice but to do that, you know. Well, technically, bigger turbo is not always a solution. Modification mods release they released a video lately that was exactly proving the opposite. They made more power with a smaller turbo, because like the turbo they put on their engine at first was in fact too big for the engine displacement capacity, and so therefore they were making less power because the engine was not able to give enough exhaust flow for that. Yeah, well, the old engine is under stress, but like a bigger turbo, basically to rotate and spool and compress the air like the way you want it to be, you need to have enough exhaust flow going through it, because basically it's a turbine and a compressor linked together. So the turbine is getting driven by the exhaust gas, and the compressor will get driven by the turbine sides to compress some new air to get into the turbo. And because of that, if you have too much of a big turbo but for a smaller engine, well, what's going to happen is that you won't have enough like exhaust flow to properly spin the turbine, so you won't compress that much air, or you're gonna have difficulties to get on boost basically, because it will take forever to do it. You're gonna have what they call a big ass turbo lag, which shouldn't be the case, because with the 6-liter here, we're giving ourselves a chance. Technically, the turbo I'm putting on this engine is going to be really well sized for that car. Even like technically maybe a touch small, like just a touch small. I could have been a bit bigger, but what I love about a slightly smaller turbo is that the spool's gonna be like really good. I won't be waiting for my power. It's gonna be there at around 2,300, 2,500 RPM, kicking to 100% of the boost by 3,000 pretty much RPM, which leaves me pretty much a 3,000 RPM range of full boost scenario when wide open throttle is applied. And that by itself for me is good, because on the racetrack you don't want to be waiting for that boost. You want it to be there because you need it. Bigger turbo would mean maybe having like the turbo starting to compress by 3,000 RPM and giving you full boost by 3,500 or 3,750, and so you reduce the amount because your red line will stay at around 6,000 something, so it's gonna stay like there, and then therefore you have a less time on full boost scenario technically. So that's why like you can compensate and do different things, but like often when you have a bigger turbo, that's where, yes, you're waiting for longer with it, but the amount of air compressed will be higher, and so you're gonna get more power out of it. So knowing that, in my case, I'm aiming at 600 wheel HP, but and don't want to reach the 1000 HP necessarily, a smaller one that will be capped. I know that that turbo is technically capped at about 820 wheel HP, so the build is prepared for 800 wheel HP, and basically even there we're aiming at 600. So I know the turbo should be right in the range of operation that we want it to be. And other than that, I also driven an RX-8 that has been turbocharged and has a really small turbo that was pulling at about 1800 RPM, and it was mental. Yes, I already got the sale. Was one of the first thing I got for the build, because I got a crazy good price on one, almost half the price of a brand new one, but it has only like 500 kilometers on it. The guy did the build, breaking his engine, went to the dyno, tuned the car, and got 820 wheel HP on an LQ4 like that. Pretty much the same kind of build with 24 psi, and he was like, not enough, so he put a bigger turbo to get to the 1000 wheel HP. So the turbo has like literally 500 kilometers, which most of it is slow driving while the engine's taking its place, and then dyno session. So I mean, it's basically brand new. It's not even rusted. Yeah, I mean, 1000 HP is really a lot. Like, it's not that hard to get nowadays compared to what it was like 10 years ago, but it's still like crazy, honestly. Technically, that car is gonna be overkilled already. And like, yeah, I mean, it's street legal. I would say technically the car is mostly street legal at the moment. Like, there's a few things I know that are in a gray zone, we will say. The hardest part is going to be insurance. It's not like making the car street legal, is getting insurance for it. The insurance do not want to pay for that kind of things, so they are pretty harsh on that, and I don't know how that's gonna be. I need to start looking at this like quite soon, but again, I can't do anything for the insurance at the moment because I need someone to evaluate the car. And between you and me, our car in that shape right now is worth nothing technically. So since the car is not starting, not doing anything, missing parts, I cannot like say, hey, in 2 months it's gonna be like that. Can you evaluate that and give me a paper for the insurance? It's not working. Because if they say, hey, it's worth $30,000 and in 3 months it's still not done, well, technically it's not worth that. It has to be Datsun. It has to be with the VIN number of the car. Like, it has to be with the VIN of the car. Yeah. And yeah, well, you say that the mechanic, like engine, transmission, yes, but differential, no. Drive shaft is custom. Suspension and other component are Datsun technically, so it's really in between. Yeah, they're gonna know it's tuned, and that's where it's gonna get really hard to get a proper insurance. Like, the car right now is insured. I can't go on the street with it. However, the way it's insured is like, no matter what happened, it's my responsibility to pay for it, except if I damage others' properties. But like, I have absolutely, like, the car will get stolen, it's not even covered, I think. So it's really like the strict minimum that makes me illegal to go on the road, and it costs like $200 a year pretty much, but that was to keep something insured at least on it. And then from then, when it's gonna be pretty much done, I'm gonna be having an evaluation for it to get a first like price tag on it, and after that I need to find ideally an insurance company that's gonna allow me to say, hey, the car is worth 30K. Well, insure it for 30K, and if something's happened, you're paying 30K, not a dollar more, not a dollar less. That's it, that's all. And that way, like, maybe I will be able to get something done. But usually they are asking stuff like, is it modified? Yes. What have you done to the car? Well, suspension, better brakes, turbo. What? Turbo? What? Turbo? No, 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 red flag. Refused. So yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. I had a first chat with the company insuring my BMW at the moment, and that's pretty much what happened. But I have an idea on how to maybe twist that in a sentence. Because they told me they refuse cars that have been turboed. However, the 280 ZX from factory had the turbo version. So I'm gonna be like, yeah, but like the 280 ZX was a turbo car. Like, look on the internet, there was a 280 ZX turbo. So like, cause okay, fun fact, they do not fucking care about the fact I put a V8 in it. They don't care. Like, they asked me how much HP, and I was like, wow, maybe 350. I know I said 600, but they can't prove that. Oh, maybe 350, and they were like, okay, yeah, fine. With a turbo, nope, no good. And I was like, well, it's the same 350 HP, like what the fuck? Nope, no good with the turbo. And my friend with the turbo RX-8 had the same problem. Her insurance guy, like the guy looking for insurance for her, had to say, hey, my fucking SUV is faster, faster and has more HP than her car. She has a turbo, it's small, it's made to make low boost just to give it a kick, but it's like in the 200 HP. It's less than a Subaru Impreza STI. Wake up. Yeah, probably, they probably know, but yeah, I mean, still, to be fair, I can do a no turbo, just naturally aspirated setup in the 500 HP easily with those engine. So at this point, like, the turbo reaction is like a nonsense. It's not like, oh, because of the turbo I can modify them. No, you can modify them straight at the beginning, and then you know, just like make a lot of HP out of them. Yeah, they are overreacting, but hey, I don't have to complain that much, because here in Quebec, we're not like, people say, ah, it's bad, blah, 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 but honestly, it's really not that bad. Like, that's why I'm putting a proper exhaust system on it. Do you have much snow where you live? Yeah, quite a lot. Quite a lot. Like right now, it's almost all melted. There's just a bit of snow still on the side of the garage, but otherwise it's pretty much all melted. But we are getting like some decent snow in the year, like pretty much 5 to 6 months of snow. That's why the Camaro was a winter drift car, but like, that's what I started to say, basically lacking of steering angle, not any easy way to modify that. I've already looked at it, and with the engine, the V8 that it has, it's like not fun. Like, it was fun on a nice lake to drift, because basically just a touch too much gas, like too much throttle, and you were doing 180 degrees, so you had to be very subtle on throttle and really quick on steering to make it work. But basically, it's not a fun car on the street, because it's not on the street you want to lose control, right? Like when there could be other people and stuff like that, or you could be a danger to someone or to yourself, because the street is not like a freaking ice lake with snow like on the sides of it. So it was fun on the lake, but it's not fun anymore, and it's getting stuck really easily. So if it's snowing a bit too much, you can go out. If it's not snowing enough, you won't be able to drift properly. So you're like, eh. I miss a little something like butts going crazy. Yeah, but it's fun, but you can't push the car on snow. I mean, you're not pushing the car on snow, you are pushing the driver on snow. Because every little action is amplified by 10, pretty much. Tuning drifting, where is it more tolerated, Canada or USA? I will say USA, depending where. It's just less tuning, yes. Drifting, depending where, it's a bit less in the culture, but they have a really good drift scene still. And I will say South USA has some pretty wild state where you can have a lot of modification. I think it's how is it called? I don't remember the name of the place, but there is a few places where basically you can have a hot rod on the street and stuff like that, where basically it's slammed to the ground. Every like bump in the road is making like shit ton of sparks at the back, and it's okay. And like freaking loud exhaust going out of the hood, fine. Yeah, that's really crazy. Well, just think of the drag challenge, like the drag week challenge in the USA. It's mental. They have proper 1000 HP drag car running and driving from a racetrack to another, and the challenge is to survive the 10 days in your race car. You don't have you're not allowed to have any crew following you. You have to have your race car, a trailer, that's it, that's all. Yeah, with the parachute and everything, but you just have the right to have the car, the trailer, anything you fit in there, but you cannot have like a pickup truck towing something behind you or anything. Nope. You have to drive only your stuff from one place to the other, and it's, I think it was 6 days or 10 days, something like that, where they go from a racetrack to the other, and you have different strategy. Two guys from Australia I was following a lot. Basically what they did was get in there, get early on the waiting line for the track, do one pass, and if the pass was good, packing everything, starting to take the road, so that way if anything happened during the transition from a racetrack to the other, they had time. Because basically it's also like kind of a relay where you need to take a picture, like a rally where you need to take a picture in front of that thing, so all the layout is made so you go into some interesting point while you're traveling through the US. It's not like through the USA entirely, but like through the different track, which is covering, I think it's a few thousand kilometers in a total. Yeah, pretty much, kinda. And like they're not like obviously racing and doing speeds in between the racetrack and all, but it's like all about helping each other, but also like being able to turn in a time slip on every single drag track, the drag racing track they are going to. So every quarter miles they are driving to, they need to turn in a time slip by like a certain time, which is I think something like 5 at night or something like that. So if it opens at 7 in the morning and it closes at 5, you can do just how many passes you want, as long as you can make it happen. Like if there's too much of a long line, waiting line, well, you might be able to just do 3 passes in your day. So is it worth? Because every time you're doing that, you're putting a stress on the car. What's up, Frankie? How you doing, sir? Hope you're doing amazing. We're just having chats, fun, chill, cleanup. Cleanup is not progressing that fast, but shh, we're having fun chatting. It's really a just chatting session today. For real? Damn, that's sick. I didn't know that. That would be insane. Well, I said I didn't know that. With all your turbo through the hood, I could have guessed it, I guess. That's so excellent. That's the best meme. But yeah, so what I was saying, Kilominetti, is pretty much that we're gonna make sure the Datsun is kind of low profile. I don't want to modify the aesthetic too much because I want to keep it like close to original, just wide tires pretty much, and that's gonna be it. Then after that, it's gonna be all about like being quite subtle and a bit quiet with it, so that we can just go ahead and drive that in the city without worrying with the cops looking at it too much. And because basically the cops here, if you're not driving like a moron on the track, like an idiot, not on the track but on the road, and your car is not like fucking loud, they won't bother too much. I know friends that had like slam cars, bunch of cambers, and they were like, they got arrested at some point, and they were just like, pretty sick setup for real. Just take care, because it might be a bit limit, but for now we won't even like give you an advertisement, like a warning or whatever. Just go ahead, but like be aware, like it's a cool setup, it looks good, it looks well done. Just take care, because it's maybe a bit on the limit of what's going to be tolerated by other people, cops. So you know, they are quite chill usually. Hood mounted turbo! Turbo, baby! I just want like a freaking gif of Pippin and Marin being like, breakfast? What about the second breakfast but with turbo? Like, turbo? But what about the second turbo? That will be like just perfect, because with just a single turbo, people like on V8s like that, a lot of people are doing twin, and I'm just like, single is fine for me. Just stop, yeah, not arrested, just stop. When I say arrested, is like, what I mean by that is like in French, we're saying that, but it's stop. Like they're just like copsing them behind, like going for a chat, and then they let them go with absolutely nothing, not even a paper. So, like not even a warning or anything. Yeah, Gumball, I heard of them. They looks like wild. That's crazy. 110 miles per hour average. Average, that's the part we need to keep in mind. It's an average. All right, let's start closing here. Yep, next week we're gonna start with fuel system, final mounting. Maybe honestly, we're gonna start brake system first, fuel system second, adding the intake on top. We might be able to test also our hood fitment, because we are afraid the throttle body's gonna touch a tiny bit, but I think it's gonna clear. I think it's gonna work, I believe. That's crazy. Well, true stop. I mean, at 110, you might miss a few of them, right? Well, it's not that fast, but like we said, it's an average going through cities and stuff. So, you know, that's where it's getting a bit intense. Like, okay, you have quite a long distance to go through. My earbud's feeling weird. You have quite a long distance to go through to a lot of highway and stuff, but still. Yeah, but again, you have the Autobahn. We don't have that here. Here, the speed limit is 110 kilometers per hour usually. What's up, Blue? Let's go. How you doing, sir? Blue, you need to look on, what up? You need to look in the channel reward with the channel points. Oh no, late Friday, sheesh.
Me!
Welcome to the channel, man. It's so good. It's so good. Or something, constant driving 200 isn't best idea with heavy traffic. Fair, yeah, but like I say, like it's really not like a normal driving style here. Like here we are at 115, 120 on cruise control on the highway because the limit here in Canada is, well, in Quebec, province of Quebec is 100 and it's just 100 kilometers per hour. The limit, they're chatting about raising it to 110, 15 or 20, something like that. But I don't see when it's going to happen so far. It has been in talk for the last like 10 years. And basically, yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. Like we're driving 120 on cruise. Like 118 is where you want to sit so that you're like just in the safe part where you are not more than 20% over the speed limit. So you are still safe because cops won't bother. I'm gonna have to be lurking while I finish up my day, but hey, love you too. Have a good one. I won't be there tonight, by the way, guys. I won't be playing Tarky. I'm sorry. We have a big freaking dinner with friends tonight, so I will be out probably until super late. And tomorrow I need to go really early to Flo's brother place and grab him, and we're going for the BMW. But no Tarky tonight is really sounding weird. All right, close that. What's that? But isn't it overseas like everybody going faster? So even the buses, truck driving faster? Yeah, a bit faster. Well, it's 100 the limit, but like they have 105 or 110 limiter on the trucks. Yeah, at 110 you're spot on in the traffic. 115, 118 you're basically overtaking people every 5 to 10 minutes pretty much, like depending on the density of the traffic. But like on a chill Saturday afternoon, for example, you're gonna be like overtaking a car every 5 minutes pretty much. So it's really not bad. Like it's like not crazy at all, but like most people will run between 110 and 115 in the average. It's more the legal side of it. Flying through regular traffic in a sleeper car can go full mudded car. I have seen a lot of AMGs. Yeah, pretty much. That's crazy. I didn't know they had spotters like that. It's wow. I'm gonna say it this way. When you're going from province of Quebec through the border in the US, you can tell the difference. No matter where, no matter where. You're gonna be like that in the province of Quebec and like that in the US. That answered that question. We did the experience last summer and it is like crazy the difference. As soon as you're going through the borders, man, on your way back it's even worse because like you just spent like a whole weekend or a whole week in the US and you're getting back to province of Quebec and like you're just going through the border, you're just 2-3 kilometers in, and I just turned around to my girlfriend and was like, man, the highway sucks so bad in here. Like I was so pissed. Like in a sports car, oh man, your butt is hurting after a few hours. East Coast is much better than West Coast roads, yeah. You think? Oh, I don't know that. I have a friend who drives a truck all over the States. Oh, okay, fair. So you have a good reference there. spend on street condition, like I would say, like if you go in Vancouver, the winter is way less harsh than here, like mostly rain, a bit of snow, while here it's like a shit ton of snow. But like again, I say that, but Ontario is way better than Quebec and we have the same weather. So it's really also how the money is spent and what kind of material they're putting in there. Yeah, what Frankie says. That's cool. I didn't know that about Texas. That's cool. I'm gonna put that in there. Yeah, that's a thing. And here in Quebec, we don't have like express highway, except one in Montreal. And man, when it opened up, I remember I went through and like I didn't know it was that, but I legit was like, what a fucking nice highway. Like around Montreal, the highways are horrible, and you get in that section of 5 kilometers where you have a place that takes picture of your plate and you're gonna receive a bill like later on, but it is so amazing. Well, it was. I went there back last summer, and like it's now about 10 years old, that section, and they didn't maintain it really well. It just allows you to skip a bit of traffic, but it's not as good as when it opened up. Like you were skipping all the traffic in Montreal, having a blast, and like it was just amazing. It was the most crazy upgrade over here. Oh shit, that's wild. The street takeover and stuff like that. Like, I've seen so many short lately about those. It's just like, for me, it's kind of a no sense because I just feel like it's really, really intense. Oh, I had that there. 1350, 1350 yoke. I'm gonna keep that box then. I'm gonna bring that to the guy for my differential. Well, my not differential, but drive shaft. That's what I meant. All right, what do we have here? That's the mount for the exhaust system. So exhaust system for now is about there. Nailed it. That is almost empty. That we're gonna use that early next week. That here, there for now. That was why I was here. I wanted to go in there, do that, open that up, throw that in there, close that box again. Thank you guys, by the way, for being here and having a chat with me. I appreciate that. Oh, Route 66, that's like such a well-known road even here. Like it's a mythical place. Yeah, probably. I bet. Like car culture is something so wild because like it's really different from depending where you're living and where you're from. Even inside the same country, it can be really, really different. It's back row the affair. Yeah, however, driving through the US on one highway, fact, but it takes a shit ton of time. While in Europe, everything is closed. And like, that's the thing. When you think of it, I'm like around Quebec City, and the closest other big city next to me is like a 3-hour, 30 minutes of driving. It's Montreal. And then it's Toronto, which is like 8 hours pretty much. Like we could say Ottawa, so like that's about 6.5 hours from me. 6, yeah, 5.5 to 6 I think. And then you have Toronto at 8 something. Like we have to drive a really long distance before going to another like big city. And like when I say big city, Quebec City is like 600,000 inhabitants. So it's not that many. Like 600,000 can be considered quite small for some major cities. Yeah, exactly. Well, Quebec too, technically. I've already done I already done a 24-hour trip in Quebec. Because I'm really like Quebec City is quite far south, and where I'm from was even a bit more south, close to the border. And we went from there to the north and for hunting when I was younger, and it took about 24 hours to drive up there in a pickup truck with a camper, so you're not like driving extra fast, like, but let's say speed limit time travel, it was like 24 hours. Not in straight line, obviously, but like it's still crazy when you think of it. And that's just like in one province into Canada. 24 hours in Europe, you're through like several countries. Gonna shrink that. Shrink Canada.
Hello there.
Hello there, who dat? What's up, cochonnet? Let's go! Comment ça va, man? Comment va la Toyota? Comment va ton bolide? Construction, bad. Let's go! Content d'entendre ça, c'est malade, c'est malade. Fait qu'un bon début d'été en ce moment pour toi. Ça va bien? As-tu été un peu dans le stream en lurk cette semaine? As-tu vu un peu ce qui s'est passé? So guys, just so you know, Cochonnet 666 in chat, he did one of his first major job on his car, which is an old Japanese car, and like an old Toyota, and with a V8 in it, if I remember correctly, V6, V8, yeah, I think it's a V8, right? And basically he did like timing belt, water pump, and by himself, first major job. That's like crazy. And now he's enjoying his car for the first time since he owns it, so that's so cool. Nice. Fait que t'as vu la transmission? T'as vu genre, oh, je me suis fait chier sa transmission, mais man, c'est magique. We're gonna pivot that table. It's gonna be easier to put that back in its place. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna talk in French because I know it's gonna be for French speaker in here. Because next week, basically, I'm giving a class about autocross here in Quebec before the beginning of our season. So, but it's gonna be in French, so because it's not like me as VNTO doing it, but me as co-president of the racing club region of Quebec. So switch to French now. Tout le monde qui tripent voitures, qui aiment les voitures, qui sont intéressés, surtout si vous êtes dans la région de Québec, mais même Montréal, parce qu'il y a un club aussi à Montréal. clubdelta.org. On fait une école de slalom en ligne jeudi soir prochain. Et ensuite, il y a l'école de slalom le samedi à Montmagny, si jamais ça en intéresse. Fait que cochonnet, je sais que toi, ça pourrait peut-être être de quoi qui te parle. Si jamais tu as le goût de venir juste essayer ta voiture un peu, sans dire, ce sera pas de l'abus, c'est une journée de slalom avec des coachs. C'est un parcours de slalom, mais fait pour que les nouveaux, vous puissiez prendre votre temps, rouler lentement si vous voulez, découvrir le sport, comprendre le sport, sans vous pousser au-delà nécessairement. Puis en gros, l'école, les 2 premières années est gratuite si vous prenez votre membership du club qui est 60 $. French and sounds bit another as in France. Yeah, it doesn't sound the same. In France, we will be speaking a little more like this, you know. While here, I'm just like vraiment de l'accent monotone, really monotone accent there, kinda. Mais oui, fait que si jamais ça t'intéresse, clubdelta.org, le jeudi soir, la partie théorique est 100% gratuite. Ça va être en ligne sur un call Teams. C'est moi qui va donner la formation au fond. Fait que si ça te tente d'être là, il va y avoir séance de questions aussi, toute l'équipe. On aborde c'est quoi le sport, on aborde les modifications, comment se préparer à une journée de slalom, tout ça. Les modifications qui peuvent être à faire, mais que c'est vraiment pas, genre, justement, parler que c'est pas nécessairement les modifications qui sont importantes. Puis si jamais tu veux t'inscrire ce week-end, l'école c'est samedi prochain. Oh my god, that sound is crazy good. Fait que c'est ça. Si tu vas être là pour l'école théorique, good. Puis si tu vas être là pour l'école pratique, la journée, ça va être un parcours de slalom. Il va y avoir 6 coachs, dont moi, qui vont être là pour ultimement embarquer avec les nouveaux, faire embarquer les nouveaux avec nous, puis leur montrer c'est quoi le slalom en soi, leur expliquer tout au complet. C'est 60 $ de devenir membre, puis l'école est gratuite quand tu deviens membre pour tes 2 premières années. Fait que 60 $, tu as une journée complète à Montmagny avec du temps de piste en masse, puis des coachs pour t'aider. Voilà, c'est valide pour tout le monde qui parle français ici. All right! I'm back. What's up, Mr. Pound? How you doing, sir? You didn't send me your sound clip, so your sound command is working, but is linked to absolutely no sounds. So that means not in there yet, but make sure you just give me your sound and you're gonna have the bellissimo H-I-G-H word for you and you only. Hey, don't be sorry, it's all good. I'm just reminding you because like I've set up everything I was late with last night, like fixed lumps noises, lumps sounds, added the siphon sounds, did a bunch of things, added the new 2000 channel point redeem in there, which is fantastic. And yeah, did a bunch of things late last night and then added your stuff. So it's really just a few clicks and you're all set up. So it's all good. It's all Gucci. For now, I'm just gonna leave that table there because we might use it again in not that long. So thank you for turning in, by the way, guys, like for tuning in here, because like today is really nothing. Like I'm not even looking at the car. We're just working on cleaning the freaking garage, and in an hour 35 minutes I can already tell you there was way more talking than anything else. What? That was supposed to be a surprise between Bento and me. What was supposed to be a surprise? Made me like wanna like your French girl. Oh, yes, you told him about the shaft. Wait, what? What? Well, we're talking about the shaft there. What shaft? I'm lost, guys. You lost me there. What? I don't even want to know. Well, yes, I want to know, but I won't even ask for it. Explain if you want. No, what I was saying in French? No, I was talking about the racing club I'm in, and basically, I thought you told him in France about the driving chat. No, not even that. I was really talking about because I'm basically what's going to happen is that I've been super busy this week because next week on Thursday I'm hosting a theoretical driving school, and then on Saturday I'm doing the practical driving school. So I'm going on the racetrack for the first time of the year, and I'm gonna be he's lost, always lost, and I'm gonna be like basically hosting a driving school with a team of coach where we're gonna be helping new people getting on the racetrack maybe for the first time of their life to like feel confident, learn about the autocross sport, and like have a blast and see them back again eventually. There is no live stream for this for the races. However, are you ready for me saying like my things, playing some violin, like, oh guys, give me money? All right. Basically, it's in planning that part. I already have like back to the beginning of the stream. You know how I was saying like what makes me feel alive is challenging myself. After the Datsun, the next challenge is to build a DIY streaming backpack that I'm gonna be able to make in a format I can put underneath the seats of a car. So when I'm going to the racetrack, I can just like buckle up, buttercup, and like go ahead, have that at the racetrack. But I need a signal booster, I need a bunch of things, and so what I'm gonna do with that is building a DIY kit, because the streaming backpack by itself is pricey and not really made for what I want to do. So instead, DIY, baby. However, it's not like a little thing, it's like $1,500 that I'm gonna have to spend, and most of my money went on that project. So I want to do it, but money-wise, it's a bit harder. So basically, that's why Nightbot, when he's saying all his things, one of the things he's saying is like people who would like to have their name on the car can tip through PayPal $100. They're gonna have their name on their car, and I'm saving that money for that exact purpose of building a freaking IRL backpack streaming setup that I'm gonna be able to bring to the racetrack with the Datsun, with the BMW, name it, and that will be like the kind of stream of when I'm leaving my place, obviously not in my driveway, but like further, like in Quebec City, when I'm grabbing my coffee in the morning, turn the live stream on, people connecting soon, like really early in the morning. I will chat with them. If there's no one, there's no one, and it's just gonna run through the day. And so I'm gonna be able to commend my race, say like, hey, there, we didn't do really well, and like I will really love to do that kind of content eventually. But yeah, that's gonna be for later on. I need to complete the Datsun, and it won't be possible before the beginning of the season, obviously, because it's starting next week and then going on every 3 weeks pretty much. I have like something, and then I'm starting also my Tuesday karting season, because I'm doing autocross, but I'm also doing some go-kart competition. So yeah, it's gonna be a buzzy summer, to be fair. So yeah, like that $1,500, to be fair, is like something, the money I need to pay for my racing season. So that's why it's not like my top priority. But so far, everybody who, and it's not a lot of people, but the people who paid the $100 to have their name on the car, basically that thing is still like in my in the saving accounts, and it's really like some monies that I'm gonna be having there. Man, honestly, like, okay, I'm unemployed right now. Okay, I think it's pretty obvious with how long I'm spending in the garage. I'm starting a new job on May 21st, and one of my friends this morning, I had a chat with him. He was looking for summer tires, asked me a few questions, and at some point it was like, I was like, okay, I'm gonna, if you're grabbing some, I'm gonna be able to install you in like, to install all of that in maybe like 2 weeks from now, because right now I'm in a rush. And he was like, how come you're in a rush? You're not even working, you stupid bitch. And I was like, well, this week I've done that, and I just did a paragraph of like enumerating stuff, not even describing anything, just saying I did that, and he was like, you sure you will have time to work with all that? And I was like, I don't know, man, I don't know. Yeah, it's gonna be very exciting, honestly, if I can make it happen. Okay, I'm in the technology field since the last 10 years. I've been working in video games, I've been working in the VR experience, I've been working in cinema, mostly feature animation cinema, which is really my love in my career so far, but I really love like trying new tech. I'm telling you right away, I have a 360 GoPro in my home. Might not be the right camera, the proper camera for that, but I want to make a test if I could get a freaking 360 degrees camera to work in live streaming with the IRL backpack. If that's happening, it's gonna be mental, guys. I wish I didn't even start working on cars. Now I'm the house mechanic. Yeah, I know that. I have that problem too. No, 360 is not working on Twitch, but there's a way to make it work. Oh, I just closed the music, sorry. Hey, I just closed my chat by accident. Lol. Okay, there we go. Ads. Okay, let me show you. Subaru. I'm gonna show you, it's worth a look. Yeah, life's too short, not try everything. I freaking agree with that. Like, you can't even believe how much I agree with that. That. What I want to try to get is that here. A setup that will basically work as this. So this is a rig in the back glass with a like a selfie stick, like the invisible selfie stick, with a 360 camera on top there. The 360 camera and doing that video style, not hard at all, but doing that through a live stream, really challenging. That's a Subaru, a rally car Subaru with a Ferrari engine in it, by the way. But that's what I want to do. So what I would like to get is that maybe on the left side half of the screen, plus a front view of me driving and maybe the pedals at the bottom. I will stream that on Twitch. I will stream that on Twitch. I just have a few ideas like how to make the setup work. I have a few ideas. Might go through Unreal Engine, like the video feed will be fed to Unreal Engine, which will apply that to a sphere, and so it will auto stitch the 360 views, and from there we get basically something, but like that's a really like advanced video technology setup. Like it's really something like out of my knowledge right now, but I feel like with a few friends I know, I could maybe get something to work. Because basically, the selfie stick is, you can look, okay, look on the trunk, okay? Look on the trunk here. Look at the reflection of the selfie stick here, okay? You will see it's on a pivot point, so that when the car is like going through some G-force, it's basically swinging the cam from a side to the other with the wind and everything, and it's working so good to see the side of the car and all. So that's what I want to do. At first, it could be just like GoPros inside the car, like one looking at the front, one looking at me driving, and that will be enough to make the backpack setup work. But ultimately, this is my goal. And so anyone putting money on that, that will be why they pay, like what they pay for. They pay for me trying to build a kit to do that. That's what I want. So it's a crazy idea. I've already did a bunch of research. There's some promising stuff out there, like that me and a friend found out, but like it's still something that has not been done yet. On the street, well, street maybe no. Like I could have a streaming backpack and all. It's technically not legal to read the chat and stuff like that on the street, but you know, like I could probably make something work like that. But that would be for the racetrack. Like that will be for mounting that on the racetrack. And so when I'm having my lapping session, autocross event, stuff like that, you will have that with all the cones and stuff, and it will be like freaking insane. Because do you imagine that? Like with that kind of view, if I hit a cone, you can see it fall before it gets out of the screen. No plate running from cups with this setup. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, that's the idea, like the headband and maybe one looking at the feet, because I always enjoy like no, I always enjoy some feet play, but that sounds so gross. I like no king shaming, but not my thing. But basically just like some proper pedal stuff. It's pretty good. What's up, Orange? Welcome back. How the grooming went? You're just there because I talk about feet, right? It's time for the people feet in chat, guys. But yeah, so that's set up here, because obviously this, like when I say it hasn't been done, yeah, it's like third-person video game. I know, it's so freaking cool. And like, it has been done obviously because we're watching that. It just haven't been done for a streaming purpose. It's done for like editing purpose, like here where you just stitch both sides. Because basically what you have to understand is that 360 videos, it's a 180 degrees lens at the front, one at the back, and the software is smashing that together and stitching it to make like a sphere in which you can like rotate. That's the idea. And so doing that to go through a live stream, obviously I think there's gonna be delay, like probably something like a 30-second delay, because by the time the video transfer to the computer is like putting that through Unreal for real-time manipulation and then going through Twitch. There's obviously probably a 30 seconds delay, but it will be still something really crazy and different than anything we have seen on Twitch yet, right? So there you go. Now you know why my Nightbot is always requesting you guys, not requesting, but asking for some lovely little tip if you're willing to encourage that. But obviously, like, and that's how I roll in most of my things in my life. I have no sponsors when I'm racing. Why? Because I always think about, if I want to do a project, I'm gonna freaking make sure I have the money for it, just like for the Datsun. I started to stream it not because I was like, hey, please people, give me money, help. No, if you want to encourage, it's really, really appreciated. If you don't want or you can't, because that's also a thing, people cannot always afford like a sub or a gifting or tipping, it's all good. Like, I made the budget to make the project up to what I want it to be, and I'm not asking anyone for money. It's just going to happen. Same for the backpack. It's just like, if you want to help to make it happen sooner, well, nice. Otherwise, I'm gonna save money and make it happen eventually. That's for sure. Like, I'm not waiting for people to give me my chance. I'm creating my own chance there. I've always done that. I'm coming from a family that was quite poor. We didn't have a lot of money, but always managed to make stuff work and have crazy family trip, like hunting, fishing, stuff like that. And for me, that's super important. Working hard to reach your goal and your dreams. That needs to go. We're gonna clean up that corner there. That was like the moral of the stream today, by the way. Easy. Pom, 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 pom. Let's push the welder back. So if you don't like the moral of this story, well, you may consider to leave the stream, because maybe you won't like me anymore. Please do not. There is a video running with 360 from Cops Online in the black Corvette uploaded 3 weeks ago on YouTube. Maybe that's the one. Oh, that has to be the one. What? That's wild. So did the guy get arrested in the end or not? Yo, that's freaking wild what you're saying there. Holy shit. I didn't thought it was that recent. Pump, 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 pump. I'm gonna throw that over here. Our 8 a.m. fuel line, we're gonna throw that in here because we're gonna need that next week. Early in the next week. That here we have stuff for our fuel pumps, so super important there. That, let's keep going there. Oh! Almost killed myself. You are on max level. Let's push you back to the safeties, just because I don't think the Datsun's gonna get worked on in the entire weekend, so might as well do that. That here, we're gonna make some space a little bit. That can go back there. That can get combined. I'm gonna combine everything here, just so we don't have as much things. Even if it's mismatched, at least it's gonna be all in the same spot. I'm really happy with what we did this week. And like the fact that we're gonna get a drive shaft done, and like basically we're missing brake system, fuel system, exhaust system, cooling system. After that, air intake for the intercooler, oil cooler, and done. Well, engine management. So honestly, next week we can probably tackle down most of the smaller one, like brake system and fuel system has already been started and really going well so far. So I think we can get pretty much all that done next week for sure. Strut bar at the front, once it's installed, we're installing also the radiator, and once the radiator is in there, we're just marking to know where we can put our exhaust system. From there, we're gonna start working on exhaust and try to make that work with turbo and everything. And after that, once it's gonna be done, we're gonna look for all the cooling systems. Gonna be quick, honestly. It won't be that bad. Like if radiator is fitting in there, we just need to put a fan, and maybe we're gonna go buy a metal sheet to make ourselves a little shroud to keep the airflow in one really specific place. And other than that, once radiator fan are in there, it's just like two pipes to connect to the engine, so that won't be bad at all. I might even go check if I can find something at the car parts shop, if they have like radiator holes I could just cut and trim to fit in there. So I'm not too stressed about it. And from there, exhaust system, I think it's gonna take about an entire week, but hopefully in about a day or two, we can get pretty much everything mounted, like just tacked together, at least at the front. I don't know where I'm gonna start with that. If I want to start easy, I might start from the muffler at the back and go backward like to the underneath there, and then after that start working at the front here for the turbo system. Then it's just gonna be a down pipe to connect both of them. It's gonna be wild. That. Willwood instruction, we don't need that now. What is that sound? Scam. Posted Doggo pics, enjoy. Let's go! I want to see them. Oh, is Discord open? I'm not sure. What was the rest? Hood mount? Freaking Frankie. I was looking at one of those folding creepers. Is it sturdy? What do you mean by sturdy? Like if it's strong enough? That one is. I can link it to you if you want. I bought it on Amazon, not the cheapest one. I went with one that was 400 pounds rated, I think. So I really enjoyed that one. It's a really, really like awesome one. No, like it is comfy. It's not just the look, because you can have one for $100. I think that was what's 200, 250. They are so cool. Those dogs, we have one in our street that is one of the best friend to my doggy. They are so cool, orange, nice. But she just had an operation, the one in our street, so she was no exercise for like three full weeks. But you know, those 3 position creeper, honestly, like there's a bit of play there, but only like I can. It's not even like trying to bend or anything. I will try to make you look. It's not bending at all. It's really, really good. So I really enjoyed that. Well, check for Omega Lift. Omega Lift in on Amazon. You're gonna like Omega Lift Creeper 3-in-1, something like that. You're gonna find it, and because mine is gonna be a link with .ca, and it's gonna be quite intense. But yeah, so it's like a 2x1 tubing on it. It was rated 400 or 450 pounds compared to the other one were like in the 200s, and so really good so far. And I really enjoy also for my type of hoist. There, I really enjoyed that chair position. The wheel are very good, like going around, and you can put like stuff in your hand, like have weights with you, and it really works well. So that's right there is really something I do enjoy, except when I'm jamming on a plier that is here, so I'm gonna bring it to the workbench to put it away. But like my concrete is not smooth at all, and it's working really well. So Omega Lift. The only thing I would say, I was freaking mad because the image when I bought it, now they changed it, but the image when I bought it was not that, and the old design was looking way better. Yeah, they changed it now. Oh yeah, it's not cheap. It's almost $400 in fact. Like, just put a .com to that link and it should be that for you. I don't know if I can find the old picture of it though. Okay, it's not exactly that, but the old one had a fabric that was supposed to be looking like this. So it was like all the cushion there, like it was like all stripped like that. So it was looking a bit like sticker bombing, and I really thought it was looking cool. I was like, hey, I want that. And when it turns in and it was all black with just the logo on the top part of it, I was like, oh. Like you receive something like that when you're expecting something to be like all stripped like that, you're like, oh, a bit sad. So I mean, it's no big deal, it's doing the same thing. Yeah, 150 US dollars, but me with import fees and stuff, that is all in one price. It's like 350 Canadian, and that's crazy because 150 US, and we've seen that a bunch. Even me and Hawk when watching, when looking for a microphone for her and stuff, it's crazy. $48, yeah, fair. But yeah, that from all the research I've done when I bought my hoist, basically that one was like quite a really decent one. I burnt the material at some point where I dropped a bolt that I just put fire on it, so I just like heat up, so it went through. I just put a piece of duct tape, but like the material didn't even try to tear apart or anything, like it stayed together, so that's cool. Okay, well, look at the spec, just look at the weight spec and look at the wheel. One thing with cheaper one is the quality of the wheel, and so like if you have really cheap wheel on them, the bearing will go out just by having dirt in them and like moving around in a garage or outside or something like that. So outside it won't work really well, by the way, so except if you are on asphalt, but like other than that, yeah, just make sure for the wheel and the weight that you can put on them. So that should tell you if it's quite the same. But yeah, there's probably a knockoff version that you can get. And if so, make sure you link it here, because if I have to buy another one, or in the Discord actually, on car info or whatever, just so media share maybe, just so if anyone needs to buy one or I need to buy another one eventually, well, we're gonna have a link somewhere saved. Pull lift, I already heard of them, I think. Not sure. Oh man, I'm gonna have to clean that bumper so bad. I should have put it away in the first place. That. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty much time to clean that first so that we can put the engine crane back there. Yeah, fair. And again, like if you look at it, the wheel technically can be replaced. Check a look at the design, but that one, the wheels is like one with a bearing, a stud on top, and a nut. So basically I could replace all the wheels. So again, if you save that much money on one, yeah, hopefully that will be great. But like if you're probably saving a bunch of money on one, you can always buy like some really good wheels later on if one failed, like, you know. And so, because if you put really good wheels on it, you might be able like to use it even more, like it's gonna be more comfortable and stuff like that. So yeah, at this point I will not even think about it. If the structural part of it is good for 300 pounds, and I don't know what that one was, I should have checked again, but like it will make sense. Yeah, see, so as long as you can find other wheels similar to that, should be good. Yeah, that one is 450 pounds, so that's it. And my idea when buying that one was the fact that I will be basically maybe taking differential transmission, stuff like that with me, sitting on that, and well, that didn't happen for the transmission, but like differential and stuff, and when throwing it, well, my weight plus the differential, I didn't want it to be too close to the maximum rate. So I think that's how I roll, right? Like always making sure I'm taking something a touch overkill, so that like I'm not always going fully overkill, but like making sure I won't have to worry about anything. Hopefully that's gonna pay off for the car build. Like I can be a bit redneck sometimes, but on that part I really love to have like some kind of safety. Wrong one. That one first. Wait, what? Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, it's worth extra price, and it's like, what I think about that is mostly that if I can pay the price in the first place, might as well pay it instead of doing that twice and paying more, right? Put 10 extra stuff under there. Whoa, yeah, fair. Like, I really want to do my things, my project only once, but properly, than having to take, and I mean, let's be honest, something could go wrong and the engine could fail in the first few run, like first few drive with the car and stuff like that. It's part of the game, but like, honestly, it won't be because I've been negligent about anything on the car. I want it to be because there was something that has to fail, not because I did something. Well, it could be I did something wrong, but not on purpose, not being like, oh yeah, that's gonna be good enough. No, I really want it to be like genuine mistake, not something I could have avoided. Gonna have to throw the garbage away too. Maybe off stream later, because that's not something fun to do. Ouch. No, I'm not blue. I'm sorry, not tonight. I have a dinner with friends. It's gonna be weird, but yeah, I have a dinner. It's not even far from my home, and like it's just that I'm expecting to be here late. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Yeah, I know it's sad. It is very sad. And tomorrow night, oh my god, my weekend is so busy. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. I would have loved to stream some Tarky just to fuck around. I've killed a bunch of other scav with melee weapon, and like I really enjoy doing that on stream because we could always put some prediction on if I'm gonna get it or not. And like so far I'm doing good, but there's always that weird moment where you're getting shot, you're tanking bullet like that, running with a sword to the scav and like trying to smash it in the face. It's excellent. It's always like a bit of suspense that I love so much. I have EOD, but I don't want to talk about that, okay? I've watched so much stuff about that drama last night, and it was so good. Okay, never mind. Get the fuck out. Okay, never mind. I want to say one thing about it. I'm just... okay, I'm gonna say just one quick thing about it. Basically, make sure that EOD users that bought something are not getting penalized first. Second of all, anything that's in like affecting the gameplay because you have that edition in the online mode, bad. Otherwise, I don't give a fuck, to be fair. It sucks if like you're starting with more skills and more containers and stuff like that as the other. Fair, I get the point, but it's the same point as EOD was technically. Like when you're starting with EOD, you have more gears, more stuff. Yes, they are giving them $9 million like ruble stuff. Fair enough, I can get the point, but they are also paying $250, so that kind of balance out technically. And it's in their stash. It's not in the game I'm playing, it's in their freaking stash. I'm okay with that, as long as it's staying something offline. Every perks about scavs, the scav flare, whatever it is, affecting the in-game, the gameplay, that's a no-go for me. And that's why I won't pay for it, that's for sure. It's an absolute no-go, because for me, like, EOD was not giving an advantage to players in raids technically, and so like all those perks should be for offline co-op. That's it. The rest I don't care. Like there's like the blue name stuff like that. Like I mean, a lot of it is pretty much EOD, but like more pricey. But that co-op should be with EOD too, because they said DLC when we bought it, and that's obviously a DLC. And like stuff like that, it's like... Come on, no bullshit, no BS talk about Tarkov, yeah. I mean, the Unheard, I don't care, they make a new edition for it, it makes sense, they want money to keep going on the game. just total sense, do not affect the gameplay of anyone. Like BTR being cheaper, stuff like that, no. The game must stay the same, and the idea of Tarkov has always been to be hard for everybody. It's not you're either a Chad, a Timmy, a rat, or a crab. Like you're something in there, and you pick one, you stay by that, or you try to evolve something else. Fair, but like the gameplay, just, and I've already compared that to Rocket League, just like Rocket League. Everybody has the same physics in Rocket League. You won't have a pack that will bring you a better, like a faster car or less boost consumption or stuff like that. No, the physics and the controls are the same for everyone. Same for Tarkov. It needs to stay the same for everyone. And then after that, like no special perks, magic, woo, like because you paid extra money. In the stash, what happens there? Bigger stash space, bigger like containers, stuff like that. I don't give a fuck. Like 2 months into the wipe, I'm gonna have them anyways. Like it's all good. But I got to go. Sounds good, Blue. Have a good one. We love you. Hope we catch soon and play a bit of Tarky, even with all that shit show. The Gray Zone bandwagon, yeah, I feel that, and it's really good. Like we said yesterday, Arma 3 vibe and all, it's so good. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. The hit car has a different hitbox, but they don't have a different acceleration and like top speed with boost. And you know, like the hitbox, it's gonna change your gameplay, just like I can switch gun, but like it's not like, oh, that car has less gravity and that car has more gravity affected to it because of the aero or whatever. No, like it's the same physics for everyone. And I mean, technically you could maybe make something with different physics applied due to the type of vehicle, and it could work. But the idea of Rocket League always has been like figuring out the physics engine and trying to make the best play possible out of it. And I love that idea. It's skill based. At first you suck, and then you start playing and get frustrated because you suck, until the point where you get to you do for the first time something you were trying to do and you're fucking proud. And that moment, that exact moment, the feeling you get can never be replaced. You can never feel that again. It's the first time you just did that. But then the second time, it will take a long ass time to do it again, maybe. And then you're gonna get used to it and be able to do it again and again and again, because you step up your skill. Not because you pay to win, not because like your freaking car evolved into like a super turbocharged through the hood car. And so, you know, it's just skills from you holding that controller and doing your things. That's what is lovely about Rocket League. That's the idea also, I feel like, should be behind Tarkov. It's all about it's all about like, who's not the turbo? But yeah, it's all like about trying, dying, trying, dying, trying, dying, trying, success. And that moment there is why you play that. Not trying, failing, trying, failing, trying, failing, pay, success. Like, nah. The Mustang hit the most crowded time. I want to say a lot of different stuff, but Tarkov is not it. Yeah, but cosmetic will have been the way. Like, I'm not the first one to say that. I'm not the last one to say that. And like, I'm not a fan of microtransaction, cosmetic and stuff, but it's not hurting the gameplay. So at this point, I would prefer that. Like, I've never paid for any cosmetic like in a game, like CS, Rocket League, stuff like that. Never paid for anything because like, I'm a cheap ass motherfucker who's not paying for those kind of stuff, but people are. So let them pay. I'm okay with that. It doesn't change my game. The fact that the guy in front of me, like at some point in the Rocket League history, before everyone has a like animated skin, well, there was people who paid for it in the first place and had animated skin, and you were there with your like boring skin on your car, not moving, not being animated, and you were like, I want one, but I was not willing to pay, so I didn't pay, and it was okay. Like, the fact that his skin is moving do not make him better. It just gives you even more an edge as being the underdog a little bit. Like, well, no, because everyone's equal there, but you know. Yeah. Yeah, but again, I think like making a console version would just be like quite hard because you would not have the same feeling as the PC one, because the idea is also like fucking shit ton of controls and command to do to get your shit done, like no UI, so you have commands to check mag, to check gun, to unjam gun, stuff like that. Like you will need to combine so many things together, it will get a bit weird. Yeah, Arena Breakout, I'm curious to see where that's gonna go. Been following the stream of Landmark when he was chatting about it a little bit last night, and like, seems promising. Apparently on mobile they did something solid with armor, ammo, stats, stuff like that, and they were really up there with a really similar concept to Tarkov, but being on mobile. So I think it's easier to go from mobile to PC than PC to mobile, because PC to mobile, you won't have the choice but to chop into the features and the quality of your product, while the other way around, you can start with a solid mobile base and use the PC features to improve anything technically, like visual, control, stuff like that, because you have way more option, and that's really cool, because if you make something work on mobile, I feel like it's easier. Like from my past experience in the video game industry, it's definitely easier. Like a port from mobile to PC will just give you opportunities, while PC to mobile is just asking you to chop in everything. Yeah, well, yeah, right. Kinda. You don't have to do shit, yeah. It's about bringing the money so you have the money to do shit, not to do nothing. That will be bad. Super bad. These are all empty. These are fittings for that. Hey, we're getting there. It's getting cleaner and cleaner. I shouldn't have read it before. It's excellent.
You got skunked, bitch.
Oh, the fact you restart like that is amazing, so it's amazing. I love it. You got skunk, bitch. That's so good. Oh boy. So much shit in here. I have to really get rid of all those mesh. Let's roll the airline again. I feel like I'm doing that every single week, which is pretty much the case. Oh, we have a new package that arrived. Let's go. Which one is that? Should just go see on my Amazon. I swear to God, I think I have received 1 to 2 packages every single day this week and last week. We have all our stainless steel and mild steel exhaust parts pretty much. Receive a package of 2.5 inches one, plus 2.5 to 3 upsize adapter, and that's gonna go with the 3 inches pipe to the turbo. The part going to the turbo, like the 3 inches, is gonna be in mild steel, and the 2.5 are going to be in stainless steel, but like cheap quality ones. So I don't know how that's gonna go. But since it's a first one I'm doing, I decided to go cheap because I figured out that in about a year I probably will be redoing that with proper material and improved design, because I feel like heat management is gonna be a rough part in the build, and I might want to change a bunch of things there. And if not, if everything works great in the first place, well, you know, I will just like redo it properly in the same exact style, and GG well played. Anyways, like mild steel and stuff like that are gonna be good for like the first few years if everything works well, so I don't care. You really get skunked. Getting skunked, you mean it like being sprayed and now being smelly? Skunk, take a shower, you smelly. I think it smells worse than that, but I'm not an expert. They release that when they get hit by cars too. Yeah, fair. That's a fact. They smells bad when they get hit. Ah, okay. Didn't know that. Not really a term I'm used to, so, cause you know, French has a little me there. All right, getting pretty much up there. Do we still have? Yep, that's the grease for the hood. Gonna put that there. Assembly lube. We are done with that for now. Drill. Not that one. That one. Drill bits. Well, can go there. I never found my actual tool to install my front pulley. I don't know where I dropped that, but it's definitely not around anymore. Might really have been put in the trash by accident. Too close it gets in your lung and you can't smell anything for 10 minutes. That sounds not ideal. That sounds a bit disgusting. That box we needed. All right, need to really clean that corner there. Let's go. Gonna bring things in here. Gonna throw the engine frame in there. Gonna throw the bunch of different stuff in here. Like so. Whalewood stuff. Throw that there for now. Spacers, we should not need to use that. Oh man, I can't wait for next week to get the wheel with the tires mounted and everything and throw that on the car. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be so good. That. Okay, brake line. It's gonna be so freaking cool to see the car with wheels and all those crazy stuff there. Intake. Like I said, intake is gonna be something we're gonna be able to put in there quite soon. Let's throw that. Did you saw the mufflers window shopping? I love me some new wheels. I'm shopping for some 17s or 18s for my Mustang 2. Window shopping more like, yeah, fair. I mean, yeah, 17s like we went for the Datsun is gonna be crazy. Honestly, the setup is sick. The amount of lips on the wheel and how deep it is at the back, it's gonna look amazing. I've seen a video of a Datsun with white tires, like a 280 ZX, white tires with no fender flare, and it looks so good on those cars with a little drop. Amazingly good. So I'm really hoping that we're gonna get the same result. But basically what's crazy with them is, like I've shown already on stream, the side you already have, I want them more wide than high, yeah. And like me, it's not the case, it's not at this point, but yeah, like it's gonna be wide like quite a lot. And basically what's crazy is that the car, the way it's done, we already have like the equivalent of fender flares molded in the fenders from factory, and because of that, the bottom of the car is going towards the inside a little bit, like the fender panel is going towards the inside at the front and at the back. So when you're mounting your tires, like here, what's legal is that your fender needs to be like above your tires, so you cannot have a tire sticking out of the side of your car, but you can add a bit of camber to basically push the top of your tire inside the top of the fender, so that's technically legal. And with that being said, the car being like coming towards the inside at the bottom, well, we're gonna have like about 4 to 5 inches of tires visible behind the car at the bottom. So like towards the bottom of the bumper and everything, there's gonna be a big part of tires, like that's gonna show up really well, while the top of it's gonna be mounted flush to the fenders. So it's gonna be looking so sick, and with that being really wide, it's just gonna look really aggressive, and I can't wait for that to happen. Like it's gonna be looking just insanely good. That we have the rubber hangers for mounting the different component in there. I bought some hangers and some different like mounting point for the actual exhaust system, so we're gonna be good to redo our entire like hanging, like the hanger for the exhaust, so everything's gonna be brand new. Gonna be able to do that by myself. Welder will be perfect for that. Need to take a look, I need to refill my TIG welding gas. Here we should have some Chinese, made in China, 90 degrees bend stainless steel for the front here. Nailed it. There we go. So that's what I mean, like it's gonna be like all Chinese parts, not ideal, not the greatest, like it's, but it should work. It's some 304 stainless steel. It's just that what they use for those might not be as much quality as made in USA stuff, so basically might be a little bit inconsistent when welding, but should work pretty well. And so we should be able to do something quite cool in here with that. So we are probably going to like cut a bunch of things, prepare, but I already see how that's gonna be possible to make something really cool with that. Yep. I'd have to cut that one to make it a bit closer. But like, yeah, the fitment's already pretty good, not gonna lie. So I'm not too afraid of that. So we're gonna have fun with those. Honestly, I'm hype about doing my exhaust system. It's gonna be my first one I'm doing. So we have like 4 of those 90 degrees bend. Technically I was planning 2, but I think 4 is gonna be good because we're gonna need to just like play around, fiddling around, and maybe gonna need to make some crazy twists and stuff. So I'm really looking forward to doing that. I really feel like it's gonna be a hard but fun time to do. You have to have cats and mufflers, no straight pipe. It won't be straight pipe because the car will be way too loud for what I want for street use. And I don't want to get cops' attention for no reason, obviously. But like there won't be any cats, but there will be mufflers, two mufflers in fact. Like I have them already in here. So basically I'm using a first performance muffler as a resonator. So I'm using a Flow FX like this. So that's a fiberglass packed straight through. Pew, 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 pew. Yeah, so basically I'm using a Flow FX like that for like removing the drone of the exhaust system. Apparently they are pretty good for that. So just going to give us like a first, like kind of a pre-filter if you want, like a first filter for the exhaust system, and then we're using a Walker quiet flow stainless steel muffler like that. So this one is not a straight through design, it is like chambered. So we're gonna have, and we're going from inlet 3 inches to 2.5 outlet, 2.5 or 2.25, I think it's 2.25 maybe inches thingy. So that one's gonna cut a lot of sound. And apparently from what I've looked on the internet, people who tried those, why? It's decent. Yeah, you like your cars loud, but here it's like basically asking for an inspection, which means the car can be put out of the street. So if you don't pass the inspection, you're not allowed to use the car on the street again. And with what we did to the car, that could mean like even cutting stuff like the fender brace and stuff. So I cannot take the risk for that. So yeah, so I'm gonna try to keep it with a good sound, but more on the quiet side. Like think of a slightly over like a factory Camaro. So just like adding a muffler that's going to be a bit louder than a factory Camaro, basically, because those apparently they keep a bit of sound mostly when going on throttle, and they are quite quiet at cruising. So that's going to be perfect for what I want, and pretty much they do not really affect the performance from what I've read. People haven't feel any difference with acceleration and power putting those in the car. So, but even there, if I was losing 10 HP, I don't give a fuck, not gonna lie. Yeah, weekend car. I mean, I'm gonna go to the track and stuff like that, but even that, here in Quebec right now, loud cars are causing problems with our racetrack. So we don't have a lot of them, and every single one of them have complaints summer after summer after summer. And we are to a point where it's getting a bit of a bigger problem where cities are making law against the sound noise and stuff like that, like sound pollution from the racetrack. So not gonna lie, I will be mad if someone was going to an event I organize and with a car that has a straight pipe muffler, and because basically it's not helping the cause at all at the moment. So basically we have a sonometer, and we have a specific sound limit, like a decibel limit for the cars on the track at our events, because we don't want to be part of the problem, we want to be part of the solution. And like 10 HP on a car is not what's gonna make you win or lose the race. People think they need every HP to win a race. Fact is, for most of the people, they are not at a point where they even optimize the use of their car. So 10 HP to win the race is not true. It's seat time and skills that will make you win a race. Like, I get that when you're in a really high competition professional, that's not true. But I mean, like, for amateurs like us, like not doing some, like, not earning their life with that, it's all about like give it a shot, drive a lot, and get better before even like starting to look for increasing your power output on your car. Said the guy building a 600 HP Datsun. But racing an almost stuck BMW M3. So there's that. But yeah, like, I mean, if it was not about the complaints and stuff like that, I wouldn't care because it's cool, a loud noise. 400 kilogram, calm down. It's gonna be around 1300 kilos, which is still less than my BMW M3 for 2.5 times the power. But like, yeah, basically, like I said, if it was not about the fact that we have a problem with sound noises and stuff, like I wouldn't bother. Like I've watched plenty of racing events like IRL with straight pipe cars and all, and I'm not like, oh, they're loud, that's bad. No, it's freaking cool, it's freaking amazing. I like flames and all that you can get with straight pipes. It's so cool. It's just that now it's a problem in our society here. So I'm like, yeah, you know, let's try to make our part and make life easier for everyone after that. So being respectful is gonna just pay off eventually with that. Like right now, I'm on a committee that is planning the national, the Canadian Championship of autocross, and basically that's part of the problem. They have a law in the city where we organize that if you race between 12 and 1 p.m., you could get fined. But at the same time, it's like no one in the actual city knows it. Oh, 1634 already down. We haven't tackled down that at all. Well, way too much fun chatting with you guys. Ain't nobody got time for cleanup. Well, you back now, right? You just get back if the nut if is good. Freaking ads. Thank you, Twitch. Hey, welcome back. So you were asking if I have an estimate of the weight. It's not really a thought. I've got to go weigh the car for sure eventually. It's not really a thought. I have a really good idea of in between what it's gonna be, and because roughly I know what's the difference between that engine and the original engine in the Datsun, the 6-cylinder, and believe it or not, but because it's a 6-cylinder all in cast iron, and this is a cast iron button with aluminum heads, it's not that bad. Fully equipped, so full accessories, and we don't have technically the power steering pump, AC pump, stuff like that on that one. But fully equipped engine to fully equipped engine, it's about 150 pounds of difference. So about what? 50, 60 60 kilogram plus or less, and I already know like the weight of the car from factory, so like on papers, so it will be around like I think 13-20 kilogram. So anywhere between 1300 and 1350 kilograms. There's a mosquito there, fucker. I think I got it. Yeah. So mosquito, that's almost summer, it means. But like, yeah, so basically between 1300 and 1350 kilogram. In freedom units, that's something like that. It's like times 2.2. Let me check. I discovered that I have a converter here. Let's say it's gonna be 1300 just for the sake of it, because we remove a bunch of stuff on there. We added some, but we weights. So kilogram is gonna be 1300. It's 2800, 28 to 2900 pounds. So just under 300, 3000, I mean. Just under 3000 pounds. Yeah, it's not bad at all. Like my BMW, to give you an idea in freedom units, it's 1425, I think. So it's about, yeah, I think it's that. It's about 3141, like 3140 pounds. So see, I'm about 300 to 400 pounds less than my BMW for 2.5 times the power. So that's like massive difference there. All right, that's back there. Let's throw that in here also, so we gain a bit of space. Now, I almost fell there. So it's gonna be like quite a crazy car. Like, basically the way my Mustang is about 3,500, yeah, makes sense. And like that's where it's getting interesting. When I did my first math with the car, I wanted to get like something around like, first time I look at it, like a 2017 Z06 Corvette. The weight, the power to weight ratio, I wanted to get that or better. And at 600 wheel HP, I'm gonna be having a better like power to weight ratio than a Corvette, like the non-supercharged Corvette, let's say that. So like, we're not talking about the one at 700 HP, but like all the ones in the 400, 500 HP, I'm gonna be having a better power to weight ratio than that. So technically I'm gonna be faster than that. And also with the turbo, I've already seen plenty of cars getting gapped by less powerful turbo setup. So basically I had a friend with a V8 Mustang 300. Well, he was there at the beginning of the stream, don't know if he's still there, GS, but that guy had a 300 something HP Mustang and a 220 HP like 240 SX turbo with an SR20 DET in it. And he asked a friend of his, like a friend of like one of our friend, if he could drive the car on the drag strip. And so they went against each other. So he was having his Mustang, the other guy the 240 SX, and they just send it. They did that couple of times. Need more info. It's a Mustang GT 2008 with a BC coilovers and a shift kit, I think, with a short shifter, I think. Not even sure, I think the shifter, no, yeah, he put a short shifter, Hurst short shifter, I think, on it. So it's a street car, but like a really fun street car, to be fair. Sound and power and like drivability is really fun. So yeah, so 300 HP Mustang against 220 HP 240 SX, and the 240 SX win by like half a second pretty much. So that's just how crazy turbo setup with the spool can make a difference on acceleration. It is quite a crazy. Everything's so dusty in here, it's crazy. Yeah. Yours is a 2006, right? But yeah, you have the same base pretty much. Yeah, and that's like, it's not an issue in itself, because like I said, the car is really fun to drive, but like, it's just like, it's not the same thing, and like having the turbo honestly is really making a big difference on setups like that. Like, do not underestimate a 200 something HP turbo setup, even if you have a 300 HP car. If you are naturally spirited, you might get gapped. I can try to show you a picture of the Mustang I drove also. I will have the picture there, I think. Let me check. I'm gonna try to find it on here. I can't even remember what was the event. I think I sent it to the owner actually, so maybe I will be able to find it back there. Oh man, Messenger on Facebook is so freaking broken for the last like many years. Well, the last few months has been horrible. It's so broken. They cut so many people there, and now it's a fucking shit show. What's up, Micah? Well, how you doing, my man? Oh my god, it's not even syncing or whatever. I hate it. He did so a sir. Daddy chill. Tabarnak. I love you too, man. We're talking about cars and doing some cleanups. Just the perfect Friday, if you ask me. Okay, there. Gonna search for the owner's name. Gonna search with. Oh, I didn't remember that. He posted a picture. He posted a picture of a meme of like me tagged in it saying, I just found a way to make my race car faster, and someone answering, you're gonna let someone else drive it? Because he let me drive his Mustang, and on paper I was faster, it's just that I was hitting some cones and having 2-second penalties, because that thing's fat. It is fat. All right, let me check. Oh my god, it's so far. Maybe it's not there. It's probably over here. Oh, he probably posted so much. Wait, I'm gonna try to be intelligent there, okay guys? Not happening often, I'm telling you that. Not there, maybe there. Oh yeah. Oh, in a little bit sideways also. Whew, we take those. So that was the Mustang I drove with me driving it with my number 666 on it. So this is the Mustang supercharged, about 600 to 700 HP to the engine. Quite a really nice one. Yeah, well, yeah, it's a 2017, 2018, I think, that one. So that was me driving it, like really sick car, really hard to drive. But the car was set up so well, honestly, it was amazing to drive, but it's a hard car to drive due to the amount of power. Yes, supercharged. So the guy basically was racing his Mustang, had a crash with it, and when starting to repair it, decided, you know what, YOLO, and he put supercharge on it, and basically until like recently I was pretty much the only one who had the right to drive it, and still today I'm the only one who was allowed to drive his car for an entire day on the racetrack. Other than that, like, he didn't even let friends test it on the street, like just a pull. It's like it took everything for letting me try it a first time, and after that he said he was trusting me enough and let me co-drive his car. So we were both driving that day his car, and it was a bit cold, so tires were hard to warm up and all. So first try of the day, I almost spun the car, but kept it on the middle of the racetrack really well, and he said, you know what, that's exactly why I'm trusting you. And so like it was like I didn't feel good when the car started to slide, but I haven't said anything because I knew it was you behind the steering wheel, and so you will do the proper thing to keep it there. And I was like, well, you never know, like, I mean, I'm not a magician also, so, but like everything went well. And that day I didn't technically beat him because I was hitting a cone every single try, never the same one, but on paper I was a second faster than him on his car, so that was pretty cool. I love that car so much. That will trust you with his life if he lets you drive that. Yeah, pretty much, honestly. And you know what? Okay, crazy thing. At the end of that day, I told him, hey, during our fun run, because when the day goes super well, yeah, 666, it's my number for slalom. Number of the beast. So basically, that specific day, at the end, when the day goes well, you have 6 runs in a day of autocross, and when the day goes well, the organization might say, hey, you know what, guys, we're gonna go for 2 fun runs, which will not count for the competition, but just to practice, test something, have fun, drift. And so you just go all in with those. And during our fun run, I just told the guy, hey, you know what, you let me drive your freaking car all day long. I still went to the event with my BMW just in case at some point he was feeling uncomfortable with me keep driving in. And like that was something we chat about, like if at some point you're not feeling okay with that anymore, it's all good, like I'm gonna go back and drive my BMW, I'm okay with that. And at the end of the day, I proposed to the guy, you want to drive my 250 HP BMW M3 that's super easy to drive? And the guy said no. And I was like, why not? I just drove your 700 HP Mustang all day long. I think you can handle that BMW pretty well. And he was just, well, you know what? If I crash it, I don't have like the spare money to pay back for it. Where we had to chat that if something bad was happening while I was driving his Mustang, it was pretty much the budget for this car, but to repair that Mustang. So we had like make a deal on that. And so he was like, I don't have that spare money, so I won't take the risk. And I honestly, yeah, but I mean, honestly, I appreciate the honesty so much, and that's why I really trust that guy. Like you said, he will trust me with his life. Well, it's the same for me. That's a really good dude. He didn't take an opportunity knowing that he couldn't like make sure if something bad happened, if the worst was to happen, he could pay back for it. So, and that's where you see the value of a man, to be fair. Like that was like super honest on him, and I was like, wow, like honestly, don't even worry about it if you want to try it. I know nothing should happen because the car is all like ready to go, and we're just gonna have fun. And he was like, nah, I prefer not to take the risk. And I was like, okay. And honestly, I'm a guy that has a bit of difficulties to like let other people. I had so many chances in the last 2 years to test a lot of different cars, and I really had a blast doing it. But on the other hand, I have difficulties to say, hey, you want to try my stuff? And it's crazy, but it's like with the experience, I realized that not everybody is on the same level of driving skill and stuff. So there's people I'm like, I'm not trusting 100%. And even people I'm trusting, I have a bit of difficulties because it's just like a mental barrier right there. Like, it's just like, for me, I put so much time and effort, and like I don't say they did not, but cool for them if they are able to share their stuff and like it's cool, but I really need a solid confidence in the person to say, hey, you want to test drive it? Because like, yeah, for me, there's something happening when thinking of it, where if the worst was to happen, I don't know how I will feel about that. But that guy, 100%, when the Datsun's gonna be ready, I'm gonna give him the keys and say, hey, you want to do a test drive on the street just for fun? And like, if you want to do a little pool or something, go for it. And like, I know he's gonna be like super careful. Yeah, it's mostly the time, honestly. And like I said, basically I never had like when I was young, never had like the latest console, never had some like really high like branded name, branded like cloth, stuff like that, you know, like we were quite poor, not poor, like never missed anything, always had proper like food on the table and stuff like that. But like I know my parents were not in a really like they didn't have a lot of any spare money, basically, let's put it this way. So we just had like a little bit over the minimum, but nothing like crazy. Like you always have those friends that always had the latest video game and the latest shit like every Christmas. That was not our case, but we were not doing bad. However, my parents always been transparent about those stuff and always took time to explain to us why we could not have necessarily that, and that way like it made me like quite conscious of the value of money and the value of the effort you're putting in work to get money and what it means. And so I never spend my money really irresponsibly. We won't talk about that one, okay? But yeah, I've never done that. And so basically because of that, I'm just in a place where for me, every dollars I'm working for, and that's why I'm also like not, oh please can you pay for me? Like I'm working hard to get my stuff by myself. I think I could pretty much get a few sponsors at some point for my racing season and stuff, but again there's like something blocking me there, like just because I'm feeling like no one owes me anything, and so I need to work for it. And so if I want to race, I need to work to get the money to pay for my racing season. If I want to go in a trip, I need to work to get the money to go on a trip for a racing event. For example, in the US, like I did last summer, I want to build a crazy car. I need to work, save the money until I'm ready to do it. I owned the Datsun for 10 years, planned the build for the last 5 years until I was ready to do it. So, you know, it's just the way I work, and I will say like I feel like it's a good way to work, and it gives me a lot of opportunities because I'm not expecting any. I'm just hoping for opportunities to happen while I'm doing the project, but no matter what, I'm gonna do the project anyways. The more you know about me. Yep, exactly. And if opportunities presents itself, well, I'm taking them, and I'm just open mind to say yes. Yeah, and things will come, that's it. Things will happen if you're working hard on your shit. Like that stream, honestly, it's just like, hey, you know what? Before starting the Datsun, I'm gonna take like between $500 and $1,000, buy some equipment, get ready, and get a setup done so I can share that project with people. And let's see where that's like pushing us. And we got things in the stream that were mental. Like I was so hyped with my first hype train in here, and like in the last few months, it happens multiple times that we got hype train. So like something that was a first that made me like go completely nuts has been happening like multiple times in the last few months. We reached 100 subs in here. That was like mental. We're down like at back again at 40 right now, and like it's still higher than what it was before the 100. But we reached 100 subs like on the channel. What the heck? That was completely crazy. And like all those little things, it's some achievement, like it's just like if I was doing a check on achievement, just like in a video game, where I never thought we will reach something like that, but it happened because we just tried, we just did something, and it's cool. It's so freaking cool. Micah, you need to look at your Discord, sir, if you haven't yet. Did you? Nope. Small stores, my friend. Small steps. Stores. Small steps, my friend. Yeah, exactly. One step at a time, small step, baby steps, and getting shit done. Just like that car, baby steps until we make it happen. Oh, there's shit in there. That needs to go. I need to get the space back from that, maybe tomorrow. I was supposed to also do that here. Oh my god, I don't want to. Please save me. There's so much shit like old car parts, and I regret one thing on those. I should have keep the subframe, the front subframe, like the cross member at the front, because I throw it away and I regret that, even if it was. I will when I get home and drive it. Oh, okay, sorry, Micah. Take time, be prepared to read a big ass paragraph, but you did nothing wrong, okay? Before we know it, we will be like Chris Fix. Man, imagine that. Like a Chris Fix of, or in between Chris Fix and Mighty Car Mods, but on Twitch. It will be so freaking cool. And like, that's gonna be a thing during the next 3 months where I'm gonna be working. I really want to keep going on streams, but maybe more at night. So like taking a few nights a week to work in the garage, do some projects, stuff like that, and also maybe one weekend on two, like one Saturday on two, doing a weekend stream where I'm just working on stuff too. So that will be really great. I don't want to stop, that's for sure, because I really am so happy with what we got there and the momentum we have and everything. It's amazing. And so like going back to work is gonna be fun because it's my career that I've been doing for the last 10 years and that I love, but it's gonna be sad at the same time to not be here like 5 days a week, almost like 5, 6, 7 hours per day in the garage working on a car that I really enjoy working on. So that's gonna be weird. What time is it? 5. I think I'm gonna have to go. We didn't clean up that much. Well, that part here is way better, but that part there didn't suck. I was planning to do like quite a bit of a cleanup and a sorting of what's going where and when. And yeah, you know, fuck work. Yeah, I would love to say that. The only thing is, it doesn't pay the bill right now. My bank account is almost bankrupt. So, you know, also you have inspired me to get a head and chest mount to record when I work on my Mustang, maybe even make a video. That's cool. That's really cool. And honestly, that's a wow, okay? Oh, I have a chill right now. Like, I really have a chill, because when you say like, I inspired you, that word, I don't know if you know, but it's a strong word. Because for me, the way I see that is, I am a nobody in the middle of a forest in the province of Quebec. And basically, from there, any impact, any positive impact I have on people, on people's life, it means the world for me. It's not like if I was like a freaking Elon Musk saying, buy some Dogecoin. Like, okay, you have impacted like the opinion of multiple people, but like you are powerful, so you know that's why. But like for me, I'm just like a nobody that turn on his computer every single day and just go like, hey, the 1 or 2 person there at the beginning of the stream, hello world, like how you doing? Today we're gonna do, and I'm just hyped, but like, it's not like I feel I can have that reach, you know? And then people like you, Kushane that was here earlier and that like did a first big ass job on his car because of the stream and stuff like that, it means the freaking world. To be worked on until I found your channel. It was sitting in the yard growing weeds. No, I watched it, brush. Man, that's so cool. That's so cool. It really means the world, man. What a way to end up the week, to be fair. Like, wow. I know the feeling. Sometimes, like, I remember having moments where I was like a bit burnt out of working on cars. Big love, big love. But like I was a bit tired of working on cars and I was taking a break for 2, 3, 4 weeks, and basically after that I was having like a binge watch of car mods, Skid Factory, stuff like that. And now it's been like until since last summer I haven't watched a single video. I just don't find the time for that because I've been grinding Tarkov and grinding the car build, and so I had no really spare time, loose time for that. But I'm gonna take all my like what I missed in the last year back in during the time I'm gonna be working. But like basically what I like about that is that I was binge watching a bunch of episodes and it was just giving me some hype and some like will to go in the garage and do some work. And like now you're saying that me, the little French guy from Quebec, just doing like computer on, hello guys, let's work on the Datsun, just give you that same vibe and motivation to work. Wow. Wow, that's like, wow. That's all I have to say. I don't have any more words. Yeah, I want to be updated on that. And make sure you're on the Discord. Make sure you go in the section pit stop. You have like car related stuff. Shoot picture, like shoot picture, post if you want videos. Go ahead and make text. I don't mind reading a big ass text saying I've done this, that. Send it, and like people will be able to look at it also if they want to. So honestly, just do it. I'm gonna be more than happy to read that and like reply to that when I'm getting back home at night and stuff like that, you know. Or you know, I'm gonna be working from home, so you know, even like during work day when I see that, I'm gonna be like, what the heck, so cool. So honestly, like just go ahead, do it. It's gonna be amazing. I want to follow that. And like, you know, another thing that amazed me, I definitely will get a little busy with adulting. Yeah, I know that. I know that part too. Gonna start taking the exhaust off soon. Nice. Let's go. I love that. That's so cool. Because yeah, basically like another thing that hypes me a lot when the car is gonna be pretty much done, tuned and everything. There's even like Brandon Blue and Will Riley Chef in the stream in the chat. They want to maybe make a road trip over a weekend to come and see the Datsun in person and go to the racetrack. Will Riley Chef has a Subaru, a turbo Subaru, and that he built and did a bunch of modifications to it. So he will like pretty much the idea will be he picked up Blue and they are driving to Quebec, and then we go to a racetrack for an entire day and just have a blast, like driving, racing, doing some hot lap, and then after that they go back to where they live, because we just figured out they live about 5 hours away from where I am, so it's not too bad. So they want to like do the trip, and just that too, like what the heck, people will do a 5-hour road trip just to go and see that little beast. That's so mental, man. It's so cool. I love it so much. All right, who you? I hate having sounds turned on there. Good. On that, guys, it's gonna be time to go. I think I'm gonna try to. That's excellent. May! I think I'm gonna try to make a more cleanup tomorrow afternoon, but off stream, just keep going on a bunch of things. I have a bit of things I just had. I just had a bunch of stuff from my girlfriend's mother. She's planning to move, so she just like gave me a bunch of tools and stuff, so I need to find place for them. So I think I'm gonna try to do that over the weekend. And oh yeah, I need to put the BMW battery on charge because I need it tomorrow. So yeah, can't wait on that. Yeah, we're gonna try to get him. That's gonna be amazing. But like, yep. So I'm gonna try to finish the cleanup over the weekend, make maybe a bit more space around the Datsun, so that next week we can start quite strong on that. Yeah, free tools. We're taking those, man. That's why I was the first over there. Like my girlfriend was not even available last weekend. I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna go help you make some cleanup. I'm gonna go specifically in the little workshop in the house, okay? Like I don't give a fuck about the rest, but just like leave me there. I'm gonna find my way over there. And so I was like, that tool, hey, I don't have that one. That's gonna go in my box. That tool, yeah. And I was just like taking anything there, and I was like, yep, that's mine now. And like at the end I was just like, are you okay with all that? And she was like, perfect. I was like, yes, stoink. So there we go. All right, guys. So I'm gonna catch you on Monday, okay? So no Tarkov tonight. I'm sorry. I know I would have loved to play, but hey, dinner time, alcohol, and free food. You know how to talk to me with free food, so I'm not gonna be there tonight, and I'm gonna be back pretty much on. Bonjour.
Salut.
Salut, je t'en stream là, on t'entend.
Ok, ben c'est pas grave. On est chez le gars, puis les roues ont l'air un poil plus grosses que celles qu'on a. Quand je suis comme pas sûr si on est correct.
Ouais, c'est correct. Tu parles de diamètre total ou juste la roue en soi, pas le pneu?
Mais mettons, la roue est.
Vous...
Au total, le pneu et roue ensemble, mettons, sont 3 ou 4 cm de plus haute que celles qu'on a, là.
Ok, le total est plus grand.
Ouais, ben oui, parce que les rimes sont sur les max sont sur les roues, fait que je peux pas les enlever.
Non, c'est ça. Ok, ben
je peux te montrer en vidéo, là.
Ouais, vas-y.
Veux-tu tenir devant quoi?
Ce sera pas là, je reviens.
Je vais y montrer live, là. Viens donc tenir la roue.
All right, so guys, I'm gonna go on that, okay? So he's buying new tires and he wants me to look. So be right back. No, I'm gonna go on that. Go play with Peach tonight, guys. Love you, bye!